Vocabulary is undoubtedly one of the most important parts of the IELTS test. And in this video, not only am I going to tell you how to build up your vocabulary, but I'm also going to tell you how to remember them. So make sure to watch this video to the very end. But before we talk about building up vocabulary, we need to focus on range and accuracy, because these two things are mentioned in the band descriptors. And if we talk about range, it means variety. Like you should have a variety of vocabulary. And here students get a misconception that you should be using complex words, very difficult words, if you want to get a band 8 or a band 9 in writing and speaking. No, that's not the case. Range means variety. It doesn't necessarily need to mean complex words. It can be simple words. And here I would advise you to use topic-specific vocabulary. It means the vocabulary that is only suited for a particular topic. For example, for the topic of health and fitness, you can use sedentary lifestyle, obesity, outdoor activities, infection, and all other words. For the topic of childcare or parenting, you can use generation gap, joint family, nuclear family, teenagers. If you look at these words, these are simple words. They're not complex, but they justify your range and they're only very particular for a certain topic. Actually, if you look at the band descriptors, there is nowhere mentioned that you should be using complex words. Just a wide range of vocabulary, it means the range, and they should be accurate. Accuracy means that the vocabulary you use should be correct. It shouldn't be incorrect or used incorrectly. For example, these are some words. Offspring. Now, offspring technically means children, but it can't be used everywhere, because if you say it's a topic of childcare and parenting, parents have offspring. Now here it might sound right, but offsprings can be of animals as well, okay, insects as well. So offsprings is a general term. Instead of offsprings, you use children. Similarly, guardians doesn't necessarily mean parents. So if you want to paraphrase the word parents, you should write mother and father instead of guardians. These are incorrect vocabulary, okay? You are using them incorrectly. And if you incorrectly use any vocabulary, even a single word, it will result in reduction in band score. Instead, it is better to repeat a word than incorrectly using it. Plus, if you use complex words, they will not only hinder your fluency in speaking, but it will take you a lot of time to write them. Like you will be thinking, which word should I write here, which word should I write here, in the essays, reports, or letters. So avoid using complex words. Now let's talk about how you should build up your vocabulary. First of all, I would advise you to read some famous articles like BBC and CNN. These are news channels. But if you go at their websites, you will find various topics, okay? And you can simply read them. You will find lots of words that you don't know the meaning of. So you simply Google them up, you know their meaning, and then you add them to your vocabulary list. This will gradually build a good list of vocabulary. If you don't want to do this, simply take any Cambridge test, the reading test. Try reading the passages. There will be a lot of difficult words, complex words, and you simply underline them, Google them up, add them to your vocabulary list. Now let's move on to the part like how we should remember them and memorize them. I will tell you two ways here. First way, you take any random word. I'll be using 4 random words, 4 to 5, and whatever word you pick, you write an alternative, a synonym of that word. This way, not only will you remember that particular word, you will remember that synonym of that particular word. For example, here is the word hygiene. Now, what can be the synonym for hygiene? Cleanliness, outdoor, physical, okay, outdoor activities, physical activities, teenagers, youngsters. And you can say for babysitting, taking care of, caring for, okay? So these are the synonyms. This way you will not only learn that word, you will build up your vocabulary by learning a particular synonym for that word. However, an even better way to do this is you simply use those words in sentences. Now here listen very carefully. If you simply memorize the words like somebody has given you a word list, it can help you in listening and reading, but it won't help in writing and speaking. Because in writing, you have to write them. In speaking, you have to speak them. But in listening and reading, you only have to understand them. So make sure whatever word you take, whatever word you're learning, you know how to make a sentence of that word. This is very important. It's not optional. Once you make a sentence, not only will you know how to use that, you will memorize that. You'll remember it for a very long time. For example, the word hygiene. Simply, you can say brushing your teeth on a daily basis is a part of good dental hygiene. Okay, so here it is a part of cleanliness, like you brush your teeth. For physical activities or outdoor activities, I love to take part in outdoor activities like football, cricket. Teenagers. Most teenagers nowadays are lost and they don't know what to do with their life. This way you will know where to use these words and they will be imprinted in your mind. Talking about vocabulary, I have written a synonyms book, a mini thesaurus on the vocabulary necessary for IELTS. I'm going to leave a link below. This book is special. It's not like any other book because it not only tells you the synonyms of those words, it also tells you the sentences, where to use them and where not to use them. So it's a very valuable book. I'm going to leave a link down below. Make sure to check it in the description. Okay, so these were the tips. And if you want to learn how to get your desired men's score in 2024, here is a video. Watch it. Take care. Allah.